Hello, hello! Welcome back to N25 Story Summaries. Today I'll be covering the last Nightcord Mixed event for a while, 2024's White Day event, Relaxing Tea Time. The event ran on the JP server from February 28th through March 6, 2024. Kanade is our focus character for this one, with some appearances from One More Jump and Leonide. Again. Different Nightcord and Leonide characters this time though. I really like the card set for this event, so I'm hoping the story is a little more engaging than the last one. With art like this, I'm not really sure what to expect. Oh, and in case you're unfamiliar with White Day, it's a holiday celebrated primarily in the East on March 14th as a pair with Valentine's Day on February 14th. On Valentine's Day, women typically give gifts and chocolates to their loved ones, and the gifts are reciprocated by the men on White Day, stereotypically. The gender roles aren't really observed that much anymore, so don't worry about that. It's just how the holiday started out. The event centers around White Day though, so I thought I'd at least mention it. Okay, on with the show. When Kanade realizes that White Day is coming up, she thinks it's a perfect opportunity to give gifts to those who have supported her in the past and the present. So it's not really about who gave her Valentine's Day gifts, that would be Anna, Musique, and Honami if you were wondering, and more about giving gifts in the spirit of the season. The only problem is that Kanade has no idea what to get. Another gift buying escapade. Wonderful. Kanade asks Mafiu about her plans for White Day gifts, and Mafiu says that she's just gonna get some store-bought stuff, which is all well and good, but Kanade wishes she could make something instead, something with a little more effort put into it to show her gratitude. Still lost, Kanade decides to just ask the people in question about what they might want. Predictably, Anna and Musique say that they don't want anything in particular. I mean, Musique does take Kanade's gullibility and run with it a little, but all three members of Nightcord eventually deflect and leave the decision up to Kanade, who is still very lost, by the way. It seems like someone else is lost for gift inspiration as well, if the late-night text Kanade receives from Ichika is any indication. Ichika is lost with her music production though, not White Day gifts. Actually, wait, just kidding, it's both. Kanade meets up with Ichika the next day to help her through the music issues, and they both vent to each other about how hard it is to pick gifts for easygoing friends. That's when they're approached by Airi and Minori, who overheard their conversation and decide to come help out. It's a bit of a lengthy conversation, but basically, One More Jump was asked about White Day gifts on a recent livestream, and so the two girls were planning a special segment in response. They need to get the lay of the land, and by land I mean mall, so Airi and Minori invite Kanade and Ichika to go browse the stores and see what kind of gifts are popular right now. Back to the mall, gang, yippee. I'm not going to summarize the mall trip. Sorry everyone, I can't keep doing this. The gang goes to several stores all specializing in different types of sweets, but nothing sticks out to Kanade and Ichika, so they're still in the same spot, all things considered. At the end of the mall rounds, the group runs into Mafiu, who takes them all to a new trinket shop after Minori asks her for advice. Still, even the new shop isn't enough for Kanade or Ichika. There's plenty of nice items that they could get, but it just doesn't feel right. That's when Minori goes on this little tangent about how she researched and learned more about Haruka in order to get her a useful and fun gift that she'd actually liked. And that worked in the past, so maybe Ichika and Kanade just need to do their homework and figure out what would be best. Which is exactly what they do. But they need to be discreet. Their friends can't know what they're planning, so it has to be natural. Sneaky, even. Easy peasy, right? Just casually slide some questions into their Nightcord conversations or band practice, and there you have it. Yeah, one problem. Kanade is not discreet. Or sneaky. She tries, she really does, but it's super obvious that she's planning something based on the questions she's asking Musique and Anna. Anna definitely knows something is up, but doesn't quite put all of the pieces together. Meanwhile, Musique sees right through it all and is helpful without breaking the illusion for Kanade. These three, goodness. Kanade's questions to Honami go about the same as they did for Nightcord. Kanade just tried the same tactic again, completely oblivious, and obviously Airi and Minori know exactly what's going on when Kanade calls them to make small talk. For seemingly no reason. Yes, discreet. Kanade and Ichika exchange information, and with all of that out of the way, the final stop on Kanade's research journey is the Sekai. Kanade finds Miku and Luka in the Sekai. She tries the same tactic, but Miku is just confused as to why Kanade is asking all of these questions. Luka helpfully figures everything out though, and the two Vocaloids give advice to Kanade. Even after all of that research, Kanade is still unsure. Miku and Luka tell her to rely on her gut feelings, to think about what Kanade wants her friends to feel through her gifts. Kanade decides that she wants them to relax a bit, since they've all been working so hard. She leaves the Sekai after that and calls Ichika right away. It turns out that they both came to the same conclusion and had the same exact idea, that is, buying tea for everyone. The next day, Kanade and Ichika run into Ayuri and Minori again while they're out deciding on which blends of tea to buy. It's here where Ayuri suggests taking this gift a little further and conducting Operation White Day Tea Party. Why not take the opportunity to serve the tea rather than just buying the blends? Ichika likes the idea and so does Kanade, but she's a bit worried about Mafuyu being around so many people as well as her own skills. Ichika assures her that it's worth a try, and Kanade agrees, so the group starts planning. Finally, we're actually getting to the aforementioned relaxing tea time. Oh, I should add in this cute little domestic Kanamafu scene before we start the party itself. Kanade invites Mafuyu, but the latter seems unsure, and it's only after Kanade mentioned that she bought some special tea just for her that Mafuyu relents. Well, I guess she said that she would think about it, but who are we kidding? Mafuyu will be there, I'm sure. I was right. Of course she decides to come along in the end. There's a little moment where everyone else was already accounted for, and Kanade looks forlornly off into the distance, but then Mafuyu arrives and all is well. Besides the original four, all of Leonid is there, all of Night Court is there, and we get some special guest appearances from Haruka and Nene. Nene just got picked up like a stray cat off the street by Saki and gang, that's so silly. And now that everyone's here, the party can finally get started. Everyone watches nervously as Kanade prepares the tea for everyone, but she manages without more than a few stray drops of hot water landing on her hand, so all is well on that front. Everyone seems to be having a nice time, and the conversations flow easily. Kanade explains the choice behind each person's hand-picked blend, to which everyone is flattered by. Eventually, though, Mafuyu comes over to Kanade to talk off to the side as her true self. A little mask break, if you will. Kanade apologizes and thanks Mafuyu several times over, but Mafuyu simply quiets her composer's anxieties and says that she feels more relaxed, and she wouldn't mind doing something like this again. Kanade lights up at Mafuyu's small, genuine smile, and the scene fades into the evening, a wish successfully fulfilled. And that is that. Would it be strange for me to say that I enjoyed this event more than the previous one? I mean, they both kind of explored the same thing, but this one had more characters in it, so, you know. Or it was the Kanamafu. I don't know, just seeing Kanade happy makes me happy. I'm also really glad to see Kanade interacting with others and getting closer to them. I think the Kanade-Ichika friendship is really sweet. They're so alike, and it's just perfect. Not really sure how the train cards play into this event at all. I guess they don't really have to because it's a mixed event, but wow, these cards are amazing. I love this set. I have the Kanade card, and I'm very proud of her. For now, we'll be moving back into commissioned events. Next up on the list is Enna's fourth focus, Knowing the Unseen. I'll see you then.